like the pros with Squirtle Live. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
And welcome back again, everyone, on quarterfinal Thursday to the Big House, Jim Norick Arena, Oklahoma State Fairgrounds in Oklahoma City. I'm Todd Miller along with John Hardaway. We have a top 7 quarterfinal matchup in Class 4A boys coming up for you here on Squirtle. 21-6 Holland Hall. The Dutch come in ranked 7th in 4A. Anadarko 22-6 and ranked 5th in Class 4A. And John, we have a terrific coaching matchup. Teddy Owens, the son of legendary Division I basketball coach Ted Owens, and longtime legendary, successful Oklahoma basketball coach Doug Shumpert for Anadarko.
Absolutely. Teddy Owens, as a young coach, has a tremendous resume. Obviously, the bloodlines of his father. He was the head coach at Lincoln Christian, went to state twice. He was then a grad assistant at OU. And then he went on to be the director of basketball operations at Nebraska, takes a head coaching job in Florida, and then comes back home to Tulsa in his first year here coaching the Holland Hall Dutchman.
A little bit more about his stint in Florida. He coached at a place called Carrollwood Day School. They went 24-4 and were the Elite 8 at that level of competition in the Sunshine State. He also had the good fortune to coach one Malcolm Whitlow. If you don't know about Malcolm Whitlow, well, I'll tell you this, he's one of the top 2 or 3 prospects in the entire state of Florida in the class of 2019. He comes back home in Tulsa, brings Holland Hall their first ever OSSA A-Sturt tournament, and has improved already, not only by qualifying the state tournament, this team from last year by 6 wins. A year ago, they were 15-11. They entered today 21-6.
Absolutely, and Holland Hall plays a really challenging schedule. They're in the Tulsa area playing in the, I believe they call it the private school league, basically there with Holland Hall, Metro, Regent Prep, Rejoice Christian. Played Sequoia Tahlequah, played Metro Christian twice, lost to Metro twice, who's a 3A qualifier, beat Rejoice, who's a 2A qualifier. And so, Holland Hall's a really good, well-coached team. Coach Jared Reese for Kingfisher told me Holland Hall is so big. When they start subbing, they have length, especially, number 33, Brock Davis there at 6'6", the junior for Holland Hall.
Let's take a look at today's starting lineups. First of all, for the Dutchman, coached again by Teddy Owens. His dad, Ted, led the University of Kansas to a pair of Final Four appearances during his time at Lawrence. He once coached at Lincoln Christian, and then, as John told you, went to the Division I ranks, first with Ron Kruger at Oklahoma, then as the Director of Basketball Operations for 4 years at the University of Nebraska. Garrett Eaton will start, a 6'3 junior. Kyle Hook, a 6'2 junior. Nunu Campbell, a 5'11 freshman. Nick Fox, a 6'3 junior. And Brock Davis, a 6'6 junior. Nunu Campbell is making his first start of the season because of injuries to Gouldsby and Lee. The starters for Anadarko, coached by Doug Shumpert. He's coached at Carnegie and now at Anadarko. Also spent 2 years out of the Panhandle at Oklahoma Panhandle State University. It's Cash Novotny, a 6'2 junior. Raheem Gibbons, a 5'10 sophomore. Daniel Tinnaquar, a 6'1 senior. Christian Braveheart, a 6'1 senior. And Burke Smith, a 6'3 senior. Warriors in the home white. The Dutch in the black and maroon uniforms. At midcourt, Burke Smith, the jump sitter for Anadarko, and he wins, or the Dutch actually, with the opening tip. First possession of the ball game. Kyle Hook with it left side. Anadarko in a man-to-man defense. Garrett Eaton bounces it out front for Kyle Hook. Hook slides right, reverses on the wing for Nunu Campbell, the freshman making his first start here in the Big House. And a travel as Nick Fox slipped on the floor.
Anybody that's watching, I'm sure they're just shocked that Anadarko's in their man-to-man defense, which Coach Shumpert's been known for years. As good as anybody in teaching man-to-man defense in the half court for the Warriors.
Half a minute deep, no score. Anadarko goes to work offensively for the first time. Tinnaquar leaves it out front for Braveheart. Christian with it to Daniel Tinnaquar. He'll fire a 3, misses that one, rebound tip. Warriors have it with Raheem Gibbons. He loses it. The Dutch come out of there with it, and they're off and running. Up the left side with it is Nunu Campbell. Pitches left corner. Jump shot, no good. Off the back rim by Brock Davis. Anadarko has limited the Dutch to 1 and done of their first 2 possessions. A minute deep here to the first quarter. Novotny with it right side to Tinnaquar. Backs it out for the slot near the midcourt stripe. Now to Raheem Gibbons. The Dutch in a man-to-man defense as well. Novotny bounces it right elbow the stripe for Braveheart. He'll raise and fire and misses it. Kyle Hook with a rebound. No score, and we played a minute 15 here with the opening period in the 4A boys quarterfinal matchup between Holland Hall and Anadarko, the second of 4 today at the Big House. Left side, Dudu Campbell with the basketball. Goes to Nick Fox out high, reverses to Garrett Eaton, lays it high off the glass and in.
That was great action by Holland Hall. Went the cross screen back to the high post. Look at the post ISO low. The helps here. Kick it over the wing. He beats his guy and shoots the right-hand layup.
6:15 to go in the opening period. 2-0 Dutch. Tiddequars run off the three-point circle. Drives in the bounce pass off of the leg of a Dutch and picked up by Hook. Hook with a cross-court pass to Eaton. He has the game's first basket, drives baseline on a blocking foul against Cash Novotny. That's the first Anadarko foul of the contest. A buck 54 deep into the opening period, 2-0 Holland Hall.
We're already seeing a little coaching by Coach Teddy Owens going offense, mixing up the zone and man defense in the first 3 possessions of the game.
Kyle Hook will trigger it inbounds. High post right to Fox. Underneath to Davis, who cuts backdoor, and he lays it in. 4-0 Dutch. 2 minutes deep here into the first period. That was a great half-court set.
Absolutely. Baseline of bounds, throw it to the elbow, get the post ISO down there for Brock Davis on the block, and he's going to be tough finisher down there for Holland Hall today.
Damian Sudo was out for the first time. He handles it. Now they kick it baseline left. Novotny's jump shot in the cylinders rattled out. Holland Hall with the rebound. 2.5 minutes deep. Anadarko yet to score here on Squirtle for the Big House. Hook moving right. Gets it to Eaton on the baseline. Head of the circle for Fox. Lobs it down low, and the layup missed by Brock Davis.
Would have liked to see Davis use his strength in his left-hand finish instead of the right there on that post isolation down there at the rim.
Braveheart flips it to Sudo right side. Now he'll leave it in the slot for Raheem Givens, and a foul has been called away for the basketball. We're going to call it on Kyle Hook. Team fouls now even at 1 with 5:17 to go in the opening period. 4-0 Holland Hall, the score. Braveheart handles the inbounds pass, guarded top of the circle by Kyle Hook. Right side for Damian Sudel. Flips it right corner for Novotny. Pulls up in the paint, got it.
Tough finish there. Once again, Holland Hall switching their defenses, went man-to-man there and give up the dribble penetration there to the block area.
Novotny finally gets the Warriors on the scoreboard. It's 4-2, 4:44 to play here in the opening period. Dudu Campbell slides right to Eaton on a cross-court pass. Anadarko again to that patented man-to-man defense. Kyle Hook working between the rings against Braveheart. Leaves it for Nudu Campbell. Can you imagine the nerves in Nunu's stomach today? First start ever at Holland Hall. Comes to the state tournament. Davis races and fires. Jump shot in and out. Foul line right. Anadarko with the rebound, and after a slow start, the Warriors can tie or take the lead. Down the paint goes Braveheart. A contested shot hits hot off the backboard, and Davis has the rebound. To Hook. Kyle, a runner from 6 in the paint, misses it. Rebound deflected. Nudu Campbell runs it down.
Well, you're seeing Holland Hall on their offensive possessions. They want that ball going down to Brock Davis in the post. I mean, he has gotten a touch every possession in the game so far, where they're running their sets and getting the ball down to Davis on those post isolation plays, trying to use Anadarko's man-to-man defense to get them in those post isolation situations.
Campbell throws it away. 4-2, the Dutch lead with 3:50 to play here in the opening period. The Dutch went 8-1 against 4A schools this year. 21-6 entering play today. Novotny attacking left, goes up, shot crawls across the iron and down.
That is the second really tough finish for Novotny this game, where he's been closely guarded on the take and able to power through and use his strength to get the bucket for Anadarko.
Novotny, one of 3 double-figure scores for Doug Shumpert's club, averaging over 12 a game coming in, has their first 4. Between the circles with it as Eaton spins down, gets under the baseline to Fox, goes up, and a foul. It's either going to go against Sudel or it will go against Burt Smith, and I think it's on Smith because he tried to block the shot, and he was hacking down when he did it. That'll be team foul number 2 against Anadarko with 2 free throws for Holland Hall.
I mentioned to see here, I'm waiting to see with Coach Owens if it's a make-miss deal when they're going zone or man. Their zone is a gapped-out 2-1-2 zone with Davis in the middle. Here on this, if they're going to go, if he switches defense up again, or we're going to be in a half-court zone or man off this free throw.
Nick Fox hits the first free throw. A couple of substitutes, as you see, come in off Doug Shumpert's bench. Second foul shot, back rims. Davis had his hands on the rebound. It's poked away from him out of bounds, and it was last touched by Anadarko. That's just sloppy rebounding right there, the lack of rebounding. for the Warriors.
Absolutely. I mean, anybody in the lane, the ball just goes off their hand, and now, the Dutch have an opportunity to score here on this baseline of bounds.
Brock Davis handles it slot left. 1 point Holland Hall lead at the 3:10 mark here in the first period. Kyle Hook handles a bounce pass left side. Preceding game, John Marshall advanced to the state semifinals, 69-51, eliminating Tulsa Central. Hook to Nunu Campbell. Nunu Campbell back to Hook. Holland Hall wants to play this in a very contrasting style from that of Anadarko. Hook throws up a runner, couldn't bank it in. Warriors with a rebound. Sudol then loses it to Campbell in the backcourt. Nunu, one-on-one, goes to the goal, misses it, but the tip is good by Nick Fox.
That's a great play there to pick up the quick run out, which happens often, and stay with the play and get the finish there on the putback.
2:27 to go opening period. Holland Hall on a 3-0 run after we had our first and only tie of the period at 4. Foul line left, Burke Smith kicks it out right side for Lyndon Lyman. Lyman to Sudol, right side to Lyman. Burke Smith will bounce it out front for Braveheart. Good man-to-man defense being played for the Ducks here early. Entry pass knocked away by Nick Fox. Picked up in the corner by Sudol. Is 3 no good. Holland Hall with a rebound. Garrett Eaton. Down at Nunu Campbell. Attacking baseline left, going up and missing the shot as it spun around Nick Fox. Rebound to Lyndon Lyman. Lyman cut off, feeds it to Jackson McCormick, and he got the 3.
I believe Holland Hall was going zone there, and they lost the shooter there on the pass back once they got taken down to the corner, kicked back up to the wing. That's a tough cover for a zone defense in transition.
Sudol out there for some time. The first off the bench averaging 13. The second reserve, Jackson McCormick, who just hit the first 3 of the ball game, averaging 4 a game for Anadarko. Second tie, the first was at 4, this one is at 7. Underneath it goes, layup is good, and they're going to call a foul on the floor. So they wave it off, no basket by Brock Davis. And instead it will be team foul number 3 against Anadarko.
It's interesting, I've been watching Anadarko, so they're playing half around inside on Davis for Holland Hall, and Holland Hall is running their stuff to get that where the help guys not quite getting there on the half around on the post play for Holland Hall.
Lyman gets the foul, the return to Davis, and he slams it home with authority.
Tremendous play call there. Holland Hall runs the chug action off the fake handoff on the baseline of bounds, and a great finish there by Brock Davis, faking the handoff and finishing with 2 hands.
1:05 to play here with the first period. It's now a 5-2 run for Holland Hall. They lead by 2. Lyman with it, cross courts it to Braveheart. Both up near the midcourt stripe. They've gone basically to a 4-quarter set, trying to draw the Dutch out and play one-on-one basketball. Braveheart probes his way left, is cut off by Nunu Campbell. Got by with a carry. Now veers left, spins at the top of the circle. This possession already is over 30 seconds old in terms of time off the clock. Under a half minute to play, opening period, 9-7 Holland Hall. Lyman drives around Campbell, goes up in a big block by Brock Davis. Brock Davis is a man. I'm telling you right now, we've seen that on both ends of the floor. The last offensive possession and that big block for the 6'6 junior.
Absolutely impressive player for Holland Hall on both ends around the rim, offensively and defensively.
Braveheart will inbound to Novotny. He has 4 of the first 7 for Anadarko. Now to Braveheart, 20 seconds to go first period. He's cut off on the baseline. Down high with it is Novotny. Cross courts it, ball deflected, Lyman runs it down. Hands it off to Braveheart. They're past the point of return, playing for the final shot of the period. 6 seconds to go. Novotny handles a bounce pass, goes right side. Jackson McCormick, 2 seconds, 1 second. Braveheart fires a 3, it's short. I don't think that's the possession that Doug Shumpert was wanting, at least the hurried shot after they had plenty of time.
No, absolutely. Anadarko was trying to run just real simple screen for the screen action. Run the wing off the flex to a down screen for the shooter, and the Holland Hall was all over it right there.
9-7 Dutch at the end of 1. It's quarterfinal Thursday here on Squirtle.
As the official photographer of the OSSAA, LifeTouch will be capturing images from this year's Oklahoma State basketball tournament. Images can be purchased at events.lifetouch.com/OSSAA and on the Squirtle app. Take your LifeTouch images straight to Shutterfly for a complete portfolio of photographic products. LifeTouch and Shutterfly, one company to satisfy all your school photography needs.
The Dutchbackers support all of Holland Hall athletics. Good luck at State, Holland Hall. Go Dutch! FloorTech proudly serves schools across the state of Oklahoma with their gym floor and janitorial supply needs. And good luck at state to all teams.
Good one so far in boys quarterfinal matchup number 2 for the Oklahoma State Fairgrounds. The Big House, 9-7 Holland Hall's boys in 4A leading Anadarko. The Warriors will have it. Cash Novotny, who has already scored 4 of the team's 7 and has made 2 of their 3 field goals, will inbound. They'll trigger it inbounds to Lyndon Lyman. Underway here with the second period. Out high is Damian Sudel. Backs it out for the free throw line. Slot left. Holland Hall looks like they've gone to a zone defense.
Yeah, they're in their 2-1-2 zone. At least it'll be a little more comfortable defense for them, at least through the first quarter and a little bit here in the second quarter of slowing down Anadarko offensively.
Lyman's quarter 3, front rims. Rebound to Nunu Campbell, but it's taken away by Novotny, who lays it in. That was a freshman mistake right there, John.
Absolutely, and Novotny is such a physical player. That's the third basket where he's just getting very, very physical all over and able to finish through the contact.
7:12 to play first half. The game is tied at 9, and Hook throws it away. Was looking for the backdoor cutter, Nick Fox. Anadarko a chance at their first lead. Lyman a bounce pass right side. Reverses to Novotny out front. Under 7 to play before the break. Lyman goes into the paint, flips it left corner. McCormick whips it right side. Braveheart puts it on the floor. Now to McCormick, has a good look at a 3 and knocks it down right corner.
Just a great job of Anadarko running their dribble drive, getting to the lane area, making the help come and kicking it out to the wide open shooter in the corner.
McCormick, a 6'2 junior, introducing himself to the Big House. Difficult shooting placement, hasn't bothered Jackson. He's hit 2 of 3 from beyond the arc.
Absolutely.
Nunu Campbell, couple of dribbles, goes to Garrett Eaton in front of us. Back to Nunu. Left side to Kyle Hook. Under 6.5 to play first half. Anadarko by 3. First time the Dutch have worked behind. Davis at the high post, bounces on the right baseline. Eaton drives, misses it. Eaton keeps the rebound alive. Davis then collides with McCormick. And Jackson, it's going to be called for a loose ball foul. That is his first. The Warriors, well, they like to play up tempo. Coach Shumpert doesn't use a lot of bodies in tight games. They'll go 8, maybe rarely 9 deep.
Absolutely. You know, and what's funny is they may play really fast in the first half, and then they may slow it down and spread it out. Depends on the game and how Coach Shumpert feels the game is going for his team for Anadarko.
Davis pays one off, a little in-close turnaround jump shot on the baseline. Under 6 to play, the lead down to 1 for the Warriors at 12-11. Braveheart with it, driving baseline left to right, bounces it for McCormick, who gives a pump fake and draws the foul.
It's a great job by McCormick using his up fake there with Davis. You know, I think Holland Hall wants to be in that 2-1-2 zone and put Davis at the rim to protect. McCormick does a great job of using head and shoulder fakes to get himself to the free throw line there.
Second Dutch foul, first of the afternoon against Nick Fox. First free throw by McCormick, rolls around and drops in. Jackson McCormick is not letting the bright lights of the Big House affect his play. He already, with this free throw, will have doubled his point per game average of 4 coming in. He misses that one. The lead remains 2, 13-11 Warriors. 5:40 to play, first half. Davis into the front court, Nick Fox. Right side for Eaton. Now to Hook. Left side to Fox, trying to cross court, intercepted. Braveheart with a great behind-the-back move as Hook went running past him, and they're going to call him for a travel.
Well, he was trying to go around his back. It didn't get it around, and it almost ended up being like a Euro step and kind of one of those 50-50 calls in terms did he walk or not walk there.
5:17 to go with the first half, 13-11. Good idea, though. Hook attacks right, sliding right, goes to the goal. No rotation, but he missed the wide-open layup. Warriors dodge a bullet. Braveheart pulls to the miss. Shoots it up ahead to Novotny. Into the paint, muscles his way to the bucket. Missed it, rebound off of Davis, out of bounds.
One of those where Holland Hall's going with their strong hand. Got to use the glass when you have that angle from 2-3 feet off the rim.
Shake and bake move. Brett English, or correction, that's Cash Novotny, drives baseline and a foul. Foul started him out now. 4 on Anadarko, 3 on Holland Hall, and that's the first of the ball game against Garrett Eaton. Novotny off the inbounds. Jump passes, quarter 3. McCormick in and out. Follow tip by Sudel is short, but a foul. Damian Sudel's going to go to the line.
it seems like Anadarko's best offense is get the ball to Cash Novotny, put your nose down, go make a play on the penetration either for himself through contact or find his teammates after the penetration.
Nick Fox with his second foul. Suda with the left hand feathers down the first free throw. Yet he averages 13 a game, a 1/10 of a percentage point behind Braveheart, for the team lead coming into the state tournament in scoring. Second free throw is good. The lead is 4, the biggest for Anadarko, and they have done it with Christian Braveheart, John, rarely even looking to score here in about a period and a half.
You know, normally in the state tournament, you need your best players to be kind of leading the charge here, so it's a good sign for Anadarko to have a lead, and your best player hasn't really done much on the offensive end for you.
Nunu Campbell hands it off to Hook, right side to Fox, gets it to Eaton, drives baseline, bounces it to Hook. They cover him up. Now they reverse it again. Eaton juggles the pass right corner. Anadarko with that zone defense, and they really have ratcheted things up. Follow away jump shot, left angle, good by Brock Davis.
Tremendous player. He's getting 100% played behind by the defender, just turn around and making that tough contested shot.
Gibbons into the paint to Braveheart, slot left to Sudel, drives in, double clutches, hoping for a foul, no whistle. Contact, and Davis with a rebound to Eaton, and then Eaton going to the goal, had his pocket pick, dives on the floor, and good hustle, able to save it out to Kyle Hook. He'll trigger a 3, and it's good.
Holland Hall almost turns the ball over there and gets a 3-point play off the hustle play. Credit to the Dutchman there making plays, which is what you need to do.
4 minutes to play first half. The Holland Hall lead is 2. Isn't that what they call making a silk purse out of a sow's ear? Novotny backs it up, fires foul line right, missed it off the front rim. Cash with a rebound to Sudel. He spins on the baseline. Holland Hall almost playing that zone like a man-to-man. They are really pressuring the wings.
You can do a lot of really cool stuff in zone when you have a player like Brock Davis sitting there protecting the rim at 6'6". They're just going to do a good job of matching up with everybody else on the perimeter and getting to that next pass responsibility.
Sudel bounces it across the floor to Braveheart. Foul line left to Smith. Burke misses long. Rebound pulled away by Novotny, who goes up and he had it stripped. Eaton with the defensive play. To Hook. Kyle gallops down the middle of the paint. Off balance, throws it up and in. Are you kidding me? Kyle Hook just tossed it up, hoped it would come down cleanly, and it did just that.
What a tough shot. You know, it helped him. He was on his strong side, but to go up over the defender and flow that little feather shot there was just a tremendous effort by him on that play.
Holland Hall on a run. They've taken a lead of 4 that equals their biggest of the half. Sudel covered up wing left by Kyle Hook. Bounces it to Braveheart between the circles. It's all started with a switch to the zone. Suter misses long, weak side of the rebound. Fox.
You know, you're getting that zone defense. Are you getting the quality shots that you want? Anadarko has not gotten those the last couple of possessions against Holland Hall's 2-1-2 zone.
They've also cut down the penetration and the kick-out 3 threat. Left corner with it is Garrett Eaton to Davis. He's got 8 of the team's 19. Spinning left wing Hook, cut off on the baseline. Deuce is wild, 2:22 to play in the second period, and a turnover. Novotny steps in front of Eaton, steals the pass, left-handed layup good.
What I appreciate about Novotny there is finishing with his left hand after with the contact. Not just all physicality, strong skill too, using the left hand on the finish.
Novotny is the only starter for Anadarko to score. He has 8. The other 9 points have been scored by the reserves. 7 from McCormick, 2 from Sudel. Head of the circle, Nick Fox. To Campbell, left corner. Backs it out of the wing with 1:50 to play here in the first half. 19-17 Holland Hall. Campbell's pass deflected, tipped by about 3 people, and its last touch by the Warriors out of bounds.
You know what I'm seeing out of Holland Hall, what you don't see a lot, which I really appreciate, is a lot of classic high-low action trying to get the ball to Davis down low for Holland Hall.
2-point lead for the Dutch. They inbound. Eaton gets a bounce pass, was covered up by Novotny, and then throws it away. That was all because of Cash Novotny.
He's making plays for Anadarko, and he's have to because he's not necessarily getting the support from Braveheart that they're used to getting on a game-in, game-out basis.
I think if you're Doug Shumpert, you like where you're at. You're playing at Holland Hall's pace, and you only have one starter, Novotny, who has scored. He'll try to add to that total and misses at the head of the nail. Davis with a rebound. Outlets to Nunu Campbell up the left side, and now the Dutch will slow it down to the front court with 1:23 to play in the half. Kyle Hook through the top of the circle, draws the contact, back rims the shot. He and Novotny go to the floor, and Anadarko with a rebound. Down the paint goes Braveheart, kicks it out. Long 2, left baseline by Smith, no good. Campbell with a rebound, outlets to Hook. Hook with it, 2-on-1 to Eaton, goes to the goal, layup good, and he's fouled.
Tremendous finish with his left hand there. The help guy kind of played soft on the ball, so he went ahead and finished with the left hand there in the 2-on-1 drill. That's a great job by Kyle Hook there in transition as a point guard.
More bad news. The best threat, at least to this point, for Anadarko offensively goes to the bench. Novotny with 2 fouls, and Jackson McCormick, their second leading scorer today with 7, checks in. Hook unable to pay off the three-point opportunity, misses the free throw. Holland Hall 20, Anadarko 17. Second of 4 for a quarterfinals for the Big House here on Squirtle. Suda with it, working against Kyle Hook, gets in. Shot was blocked by Davis again. Got just a fingertip on it. Eaton leaves it to Hook, goes to the goal, was challenged that time by Braveheart, came up short, and then Hook and Braveheart tie each other up, and the ball will stay with the Dutch.
Give it up to Kyle Hook. He has no fear in transition, trying to go score. Coach Owens over here going to call a set, try to get an easy basket off this baseline out of bounds.
Kyle Hook will inbound for Holland Hall, who's making their first ever appearance in the OSSAA state tournament. 21-6 after going 15-11 a year ago. Winner gets either Kingfisher or Elgin tomorrow night at 7:30. That'll be preceded by John Marshall and the winner of Broken Bow and Heritage Hall. And a timeout has been called on the floor with 15 seconds to go. We'll take a quick break. 20-17, Holland Hall on Squirtle.
Electric cooperatives around the world operate by the same values adopted by the International Cooperative Alliance. Our core values, which are integrity, accountability, innovation, and commitment to community, are based on 7 cooperative principles. These principles are the way we put our values into action. CK Energy Electric Cooperative is proud to sponsor the youth of our communities. We wish you the best of luck in the 2019 OSSAA State Basketball Tournament. Committed to your youth, that's part of the CK Energy commitment.
.2 seconds to play. First half, Holland Hall 20, Anadarko 17. And the Dutch will have it, so barring anything squirrely, Holland Hall should take the advantage to halftime.
This screams, if you're going to call timeout with 15 seconds left before halftime, Holland Hall is going to come out with a set play here to try to get a basket here before halftime. Does Anadarko make a little defensive switch up here and trap the ball screen or something like that? Let's see.
Kyle Hook will inbound. Tells Eaton to get in the backcourt. He inbounds it to him. Hook back across midcourt with 10 seconds to go here in the half. Kyle working against Braveheart, angles right, turns the corner, pivots on the baseline. 2 seconds to go in the half. They get it down low to Fox, who turns and scores. And it wasn't your traditional shot. He almost, because there was a little bit of contact, John kind of threw it up. And he didn't get a lot of arc on it, so it stayed in between the cylinders.
100%. Well, the initial action breaks down. Hook gets turned around. The guy who had set the down screen trying to get his teammate open ends up right in front of the rim, kind of unguarded. Hook finds him, and he kisses it off the glass for the tough shot, and that's a big basket for Holland Hall to give him some momentum going into halftime.
Dutch with the biggest lead of the first half of 5 at the break, 22-17. Our halftime report is next on Squirtle.
For me, home, it's a very special word. Another special word is hometown. My hometown is Kingfisher, America. It's where I grew up and made a lifetime of memories. As a professional football player, I traveled all across America. What a big, beautiful country. Want to know a secret, though? I may have left Kingfisher, but Kingfisher never left me. My junior high coach was John Johnson. He made me a better athlete and also an even better person. Plus, Coach Johnson was always fair. When I needed a new Ram 1500, I went to Johnson's of Kingfisher. Why? Because it made me feel at home.
During the Black Friday sales event at Johnson's of Kingfisher, our new Ram 1500s are at rock bottom prices. Make that short drive to Johnson's of Kingfisher, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram, or visit us at johnsonsofkingfisher.com. Since 1927, Oklahoma's hometown dealer.
Do you like the convenience of knowing you've already paid for the service you're using? Would you rather pay up front without a bill hanging over your head? Pioneer Cellular has the plan for you. Pay in advance, another great way to pay. Get happy with Pay in Advance from Pioneer Cellular. We offer unlimited data, talk, and texting for $49 per month, or unlimited talk and texting for $30 per month. Pay in Advance requires no credit checks, deposits, or contracts. Call us 800-641-2732.
At Physical Therapy Central, our goal is to get you back to work, back to play, and back to life, using the latest research to get you the best results and fewer visits. Physical Therapy Central is the best first choice for physical therapy with over 28 locations across Oklahoma and proudly serving your local community. PT Central is also using groundbreaking virtual reality technology for the treatment of chronic and persistent pain. For more information or to schedule your comprehensive first evaluation, call 866-866-3893 or go to ptcentral.org and start your recovery today.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Athlete Care OKC helps you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, and functional rehabilitation and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to athletecareokc.com or call 405-632-4468. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Southwest Orthopedic and Reconstructive Specialists get you back on the court.
Halftime from State Fairgrounds Arena in Oklahoma City, 22-17. Holland Hall leads Anadarko in our second of four boys 4A quarterfinal games on Squirtle. Individually, 8 points from Cash Novotny leads Anadarko. He's the early starter in the scorebook. 7 from McCormick off of the bench, 2 points from Sudel. 8 points, 4 rebounds, 2 blocked shots, and 16 minutes of action for Brock Davis in the first half. 7 from Kyle Hook, 5 points from Nick Fox, 2 from Garrett Eaton. In the leading rebounder at halftime is Garrett Eaton with 4 for Holland Hall. Brock Davis has 4 as well, 1 on the offensive glass. 5-4, Anadarko has out-rebounded the Dutch on the offensive end. Total rebounds 17-13 Holland Hall. Turnovers 7 for the Dutch, 3 for Anadarko. Steals 3 for Holland Hall and 7 at the break for Anadarko. 2 assists, 6 made baskets for the Warriors, 5 assists, 10 made field goals for the Dutch. Coach, you've broke down the first half box. What do you see?
Here's what I see for Holland Hall. You've got Kyle Hook making plays on offense, Brock Davis finishing plays on offense. The Dutch are shooting was 50% from the field. Now, a lot of that has to do with, they're really trying to get the ball inside Davis with a lot of the classic high-low look for your post player. And something I really like that Holland Hall is doing, too, is they're switching up their defense. They got a little bit more comfortable with the zone there in the second quarter. But, when you switch your defenses up, you kind of can throw the other team off rhythm. And I think that's the reason why in Anadarko they're shooting 24% from the field in the first half because of Holland Hall's ability to switch defense and put Davis there at the middle to protect the rim.
The two teams have combined for 3 of 10 3-point shooting. Holland Hall 1 of 2 in the first half, Anadarko 2 of 8. At the break, 5-point Dutch lead. We'll have more in just a moment. This is the 4A quarterfinals from Oklahoma City on Squirtle.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business, and remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
As a local, member-owned electric cooperative, Cimarron Electric is committed to providing the highest quality of service at a reasonable price. We're dedicated to serving our member owners with integrity, accountability, innovation, and a commitment to community. For more information, call or visit our website. Cimarron Electric Cooperative, serving Northwest Oklahoma since 1936 and powering the needs of a new generation.
Jeffco, a world leader in the manufacturing of portable drilling rigs, is seeking individuals for the following areas: mechanical engineering, programming, master scheduling, warehouse, fabrication welding, sales, summer internships, and paint. Jeffco offers competitive wages, medical, dental, and vision insurance, paid vacation, and 401k. To learn more about available postings, log on to jeffco.com, GEFCO.com.
Stream like the pros with Squirtle Live. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
As the official photographer of the OSSAA, LifeTouch will be capturing images from this year's Oklahoma State Basketball Tournament. Images can be purchased at events.lifetouch.com/OSSAA and on the Squirtle app. Take your LifeTouch images straight to Shutterfly for a complete portfolio of photographic products. LifeTouch and Shutterfly, one company to satisfy all your school photography needs.
The Dutchbackers support all of Holland Hall athletics. Good luck at State, Holland Hall. Go Dutch! FloorTech proudly serves schools across the state of Oklahoma with their gym floor and janitorial supply needs. And good luck at State to all teams.
Todd Miller, John Hardaway back here with you at State Fairgrounds Arena in Oklahoma City at halftime. Boys for a quarterfinal matchup number 2, Holland Hall on top of Anadarko, 22-17. One of the things I remember you saying, John, in our first ball game is not always does the best team win here. It takes one bad game by you or a really good game by somebody else and you're done. Ask 2A number 1 Dale. They have been dismissed by another private school from the Tulsa area. Rejoice Christian knocks out the Pirates.
Yes, I was pulling up my Squirtle app, and everybody needs to download. I was pulling up my Squirtle app. Everybody needs to download the Squirtle app, check the scores just to kind of see what was happening everywhere else. And first game of the day in 2A boys, the number 1 seed Dale falls to the 8 seed Rejoice Christian 50-44. And I know Swish and Ben and Jacob Bender talked about 2A boys was wide open. Well, there you go, an 8 beating the 1 to start the day over there at 2A boys.
Here again at halftime, Holland Hall leads Anadarko 22-17. We'll take a 30-second break and get you ready for the second half. We're live at the Big House on quarterfinal Thursday here on Squirtle.
Crazy.
You like the convenience of knowing you've already paid for the service you're using? Would you rather pay up front without a bill hanging over your head? Pioneer Cellular has the plan for you. Pay in advance, another great way to pay.
FloorTech proudly serves schools.
All right, ready for the start of the second half.
Pay in advance from Pioneer Cellular.
22-17, Holland Hall. Again, the winner will play the winner of tonight's 8:30 game between number 1 ranked Kingfisher and Elgin. That'll be tomorrow night here
proudly serves schools
at Jim Norick Arena in Oklahoma City at 7:30.
Gym floor.
Already 1 of 4 quarterfinal games final. Hope you enjoyed it earlier today on Squirtle. John Marshall 69, Tulsa Central 51. Bears got 19 points, 6 rebounds out of Patrick Garrett, who also recorded a couple of blocks and 1 steal. As the Bears stay postseason red hot, winning here in Oklahoma City. And the 58th trip all-time to state tournament play for Tulsa Central is a one and done. Cash Novotny, Anadarko will have the basketball. Christian Braveheart, their leading scorer, did not score in the first half. He handles it. Now they go back out front to Novotny, to the high post for Tenequar. In the first half, Braveheart was 0 of 3 shooting, 0 of 1 from 3. Wing left with it is Tenequar. Half a minute already gone in the third. Burke Smith slides right. They work out of the baseline. Kick out 3 to Braveheart is good. And it's 22-20.
It's a great job by Coach Shepard getting Braveheart on the board early to start the second half. They need him. They're the leading scorer. Didn't score in the first half to get him that first good look and knock down that 3.
Novotny against the man-to-man pressure. Pulls up left front court to Kyle Hook. 7:15 to play in the ball game's third period. Holland Hall's halftime lead of 5 down to a deuce. 22-20. Hook steps into a 3. Got it. Top of the circle. Kyle Hook knocks the eyes out of a three, his first three-point basket of the ball game, and now points 8, 9, and 10. Braveheart leaves it out front for Novotny. Attacks left, goes right at Davis, who went backpedaling. Novotny couldn't pay the layup off, and the Dutch have the rebound with Nick Fox. 6:40 to play here in the third. Hook through the top of the circle. Campbell comes to a jump stop, double clutches left low post. Sudo with a rebound. Damian up the left sideline, pitches ahead for Novotny. Pulls up, misses a 6-footer in the paint. And Fox with another rebound for the Dutch. Holland Hall leads 25-20 after Anadarko had cut it to a 2-point game following the first bucket of the afternoon for their leading scorer Christian Braveheart on their opening possession of the third period. Campbell gives it up to Hook out front. Hook pivots. They're really overplaying the passing lanes, John.
Absolutely. Anadarko's kind of trying to change up the pace a little bit, kind of get up into Holland Hall a little bit, make them uncomfortable, and make them where they're not just into their flow, get into their high-low game to Davis inside or Hook off the dribble.
Hook against Braveheart with 5:50 to go in the third period, has it knocked away. Hook gets it back, keeps his dribble, now pulls up in the right corner, pivots, and Brock Davis, the big guy, will come up. Between the circles to Garrett Eaton. Again, this is the pace that the Dutch want to play, a pace that the Warriors are not real comfortable playing. Nunu Campbell veering right, looks for a backdoor cutter. Nick Fox, and he throws it up and in. Good look by the freshman, who again with two starters out for Holland Hall, making his first career start here in the 4A quarters.
Absolutely, Holland Hall using that overplay defense against Anadarko and getting the back door for the layup to finish there on the 2.
Burke Smith slides to the goal, gives a pump fake, draws the foul, and that is on Brock Davis. That's going to be his first. So Burke Smith will go to the free throw line. He averages 6.5 points, 3.5 rebounds. In the first half, Burke Smith did not tally, had 2 rebounds. First free throw up and good. Burke is 6'3" senior. Anadarko is a very good defensive team. Coming into their 28 games, 16 of those, as Smith rattles the second free throw in and out. They had allowed their opponents 50 points or fewer. Very good defense by Doug Shumpert's club.
Absolutely. As a coach, I'd love to just go watch him do shell drill and practice to make that man defense so great, which it is every single year.
Lead is 6. It briefly was 7, the biggest of the day for either side. Wing left, Kyle Hook. Goes to Nick Fox between the circles. Nunu Campbell working against Tennequar. Bounces it for Kyle Hook. Already under 4.5 minutes to play here in the third. Hook spinning around out front. Gets to the baseline. And he is bumped and fouled by Braveheart. Christian just looks frustrated. You can tell, I mean, he's hit just one shot. He's 1 for 4 shooting. However, I thought that first 3 of the second half might get him going.
Absolutely. It's a great look. Like I said, he's going to have to score for Anadarko. They need him as the leading scorer. Very important.
Hook a catch and shoot 3. Missed it. Davis sneaks in for the rebound. And 1 for Brock Davis. So the lead now goes to 29-21. They looked like they were going to call an and 1. Now they're saying it was on the floor. And Burke Smith leaves with his second foul. The Dutch will inbound. Brock Davis fumbles it and gets it back against Novotny. Now they'll pull it out front for Hook. Hook with 4:20 to play here in the third. Dancing with the basketball. Braveheart covers him up. Davis sets a screen. Hook moves left. Now back right of Brock. Trying to get to the foul line. Does. Kicks it out. 3. Eaton. Good.
It's a great job by Hook driving. I mean, he is getting guarded and creating enough room to get the dribble penetration and kick to the feet set shooter sitting over there on the right wing.
Tennequar backs it out. Right side Sudel to Tennequar. Airballed it or barely grazed the front of the rim. Loose ball foul against the Dutch. On the floor, Nick Fox, I think, has picked up his third, battling with Jackson McCormick. Let's go back to that 3 by Garrett Eaton. They are really glad to have him back. He averages 11 points, 4 boards, 2 assists, but he missed more than 2 months of play with a high ankle sprain for the Dutch, and still coming in there 21-6. Left corner with it is Novotny. Drives in, loses the handle, and it's out of bounds. It was last touched by Holland Hall's Nick Fox.
Well, yeah, just watching the game, you see the contribution he's made, to miss 2 months out of the season and come out here. He's doing some great stuff with the right-hand dribble to the rack and then shooting the three there off the dribble penetration for Holland Hall.
Sudol cuts to the bucket and floats one in. His first field goal. He's got 4. It was a good basket cut. 30-23 with 3.5 to go here in the third. Winner gets either Kingfisher or Elgin. That game tonight here at State Fairgrounds Arena at 8:30. Down the paint goes Hook, double clutching, and he throws it in. He's hit a couple of really well-defended tough shots today.
He's not your prototypical looking point guard. He's kind of rangy and long, but he just takes care of the ball, and he can just finish kind of off balance. Fun player to watch for Holland Hall.
McCormick got a great feed from Sudol, lays it in, and then a line violation of the inbounds pass turns it over for the Dutch.
Let's see if Anadarko gets a set here for Braveheart as the inbounder. Get him some offense going as the leading scorer for Anadarko right here.
32-25, Holland Hall leading Anadarko. The Warriors 5th in 4A, the Dutch 7th. Novotny drives deep, sets McCormick up. Corner three, got it. I would not want to play a game of horse with that kid. He's almost automatic. He's only missed 2 from three-point range. Again, in a tough arena to shoot in.
He knows his job. Go to the corner wing, set my feet, let Novotny create for me, and knock it down.
Eaton, with an unforced mistake, shuffles his feet with very little pressure. And the Dutch have turned it over on back-to-back possessions, and Teddy Owens wants a timeout. We'll join him, 2:47 to play. Boys 4A quarterfinals. Holland Hall 32, Anadarko 28 on Squirtle.
As the official photographer of the OSSAA, LifeTouch will be capturing images from this year's Oklahoma State basketball tournament. Images can be purchased at events.lifetouch.com/OSSAA and on the Squirtle app. Take your LifeTouch images straight to Shutterfly for a complete portfolio of photographic products. LifeTouch and Shutterfly, one company to satisfy all your school photography needs.
The Dutchbackers support
As the official photographer of the OSSAA,
Point lead at 27-20. Since then, it's an 8-5 Anadarko run. Thanks to the 5 straight from Jackson McCormick, including his 3rd three-pointer of the ballgame. And the advantage down to 4, and it's Warrior basketball.
Boy, you give it up to McCormick. I mean, as a coach, how great is it to have that asset, bring him off the bench and knock down shots, and that's exactly what McCormick's doing for Anadarko. Holland Hall switching up their defense, going back to zone right here out of the timeout.
The zone bothered Anadarko in the first half, but an illegal screen has been called against Cash Novotny, and that's going to be his 3rd personal foul. Now, Anadarko has had to have every one of those points, 11 from Jackson McCormick, because their leading scorer again, Christian Braveheart, has made just 1 of 4 shots. Nunu Campbell will inbound, being fronted by Tittaquar. Gets to Eaton, who gets it to Hook. Hook gets a screen and clears into the front court. 2.5 to go in the third.
It looks like Coach Shumpert and Anadarko really wanting to ratchet up the pressure a little bit here on the defense, even before the timeout in this last possession right here.
Hook's 3 won't go. Eaton, though, flips it in and saves it inbounds to Kyle out front. To Eaton, drives back door, shoots high off the window and wouldn't go. Davis hustles after the rebound, saves it over his head, and flips it to Garrett Eaton. Those are just 50-50 balls, and right now the Dutch winning it a little bit more.
Absolutely. I mean, it was fine just making plays, especially getting that from Davis at 6'6". Great job by him to make the hustle play for his team.
Campbell with it out front, being pestered by Daniel Tittaquar. 1:55 to play here with the third. Anadarko down 4. Hook drives in, feeds it to Ayton, who didn't expect it, and then kind of gathered and threw it off the window right in front of Damian Sudol.
Eaton did a good job. Actually got hit in the face right there on his shot fake and going kissing it off the glass. Tough play inside by Eaton.
1:33 to play here in the third period. Tittaquar bounces it to the high post for McCormick. He touches it out to Sudol, swings it right side to Braveheart. In that zone, it's been the most effective defense today for the Dutch. 3 other way. Good by Sudol left side. Here we go. Now things starting to loosen up. It's a 3-point game.
You see Anadarko starting to pick up on those makes up there by the free throw line. Classic Anadarko defense, pressure on the ball and everywhere.
Hook picks his dribble up. Braveheart is all over him. Hook pivots. Nearly called for 5 seconds, gets it to Eaton. Guarded by McCormick right side. Eaton dribbles right, back left. Jump pass to Hook. Left corner, works to the high post. Bounces it to Eaton with a minute to play here in period number 3. Holland Hall's 7-point lead in the third, down to 3, 34-31. Eaton loops the pass to Fox. Underneath to Davis. He ripped it away and lays it in. It's a great feed from out high and Nick Fox, but even better, toughness down low by Davis.
It's just cool as a coach to see that old school high-low basketball you just don't see very often. Get the ball to the nail head and ISO inside to your post player. Great job by Holland Hall there.
Braveheart will hold it. You won't see Anadarko do this much. Winding towards 20 seconds to play here in the third period. 36-31 Holland Hall trying to pull the upset of fifth-ranked Anadarko here on the opening day of the boys 4A state tournament in Oklahoma City. Braveheart sliding left, throws up a left-hander, back rims it down. 5 seconds to go in the period. Nunu Campbell races towards midcourt, and he won't get a shot off. So it's a 3-point, one-possession game as we head to the fourth. Holland Hall 36, Anadarko 33 at the end of 3. We're back to quarterfinal Thursday in a moment on Squirtle.
The Dutchbackers support all of Holland Hall athletics. Good luck at state, Holland Hall. Go Dutch! Real supply needs. And good luck at state to all teams. FloorTech proudly serves schools across the state of Oklahoma with their gym floor and janitorial supply needs. And good luck at state to all teams.
Electric cooperatives around the world operate by the same values adopted by the International Cooperative Alliance. Our core values, which are integrity, accountability, innovation, and commitment to community, are based on 7 cooperative principles. These principles are the way we put our values into action. CK Energy Electric Cooperative is proud to sponsor the youth of our communities. We wish you the best of luck in the 2019 OSSAA State Basketball Tournament. Committed to your youth, that's part of the CK Energy commitment.
Todd Miller, John Hardaway with you on quarterfinal Thursday from the Big House. Holland Hall 36, Anadarko 33. The Dutch will have the basketball as we get set to start the fourth. Warriors with that fighting spirit, just like their assistant coach, Brett Galindo. We'll talk about him here a little bit later on in the fourth period. He's been with Doug Shumpert forever. In fact, they first met in 1984. Kyle Hook across midcourt, guarded by Christian Braveheart. Campbell with it in front of Teddy Owens. Fox kicks it left side. Eaton's 3 rattles off. Davis pushed for the rebound. Brock Davis has picked up his second. Brett Galindo met Doug Shumpert back in 1984 when he was in high school and Doug first took the job at Carnegie. At the age of 15, Galindo was diagnosed with a very rare disease that affects less than 20,000 people a year in the U.S. Smith will trigger a jump shot, foul line, missed it. Rebound tipped by Sudel and saved inbounds by Kyle Hook. To Campbell, his half-court pass knocked away, saved inbounds, but underneath to Davis and he missed the bump. And the rebound to Burt Smith. The name of that disease is Guillain-Barré syndrome. What it does, your immune system begins attacking nerve cells, weakening their ability to send signals to the brain. It's not common at all in people 15 and under. It's usually about 50 or older that catch it, but Galindo's had it since he was 15, and he's been with Doug Shumpert both at Carnegie, now at Anadarko, and even for the 2 years he's at Panhandle State. Down low with it is Davis. He lays it in. And he'll get an and one. Good feed from out high that time by Nick Fox.
What a just amazing relationship with Coach Shumpert and him over all those years at all those places. You know, that's a lot of the stuff that people don't know about in terms of coaching and relationships with your staff and players that last forever.
McCormick with his second foul. Davis to the foul line, a chance to build the lead back to 6. With 6:51 to play in our second of 4 boys quarterfinal games here for the Big House on Squirtle. If you haven't done so, or at least you have friends and family that have not already done so, download the Squirtle app. Watch all of our action for free today from the Big House. First foul shot is good. That's all he'll get. It's a 3-point opportunity, and he's got a baker's dozen. Well, that was a big basket to get some breathing room now, a 2-possession lead.
Absolutely. Just did their classic high-low, got it into him to finish. It's going to be interesting to see who can open up a little lead here with about 5 minutes to go left in the game.
Braveheart misses a 3 right wing, and underneath with a rebound is Nick Fox. I'll tell you what, Nick Fox is just a solid kid. Just a solid kid. Davis on a cross-court feed from Eaton slams it home. The deficit is 8, and Anadarko wants a timeout. 6:26 to play in this boys quarterfinal matchup. Holland Hall 44, Anadarko 33. We're back in 30 seconds on Squirtle.
Do you like the convenience of knowing you've already paid for the service you're using? Would you rather pay up front without a bill hanging over your head? Pioneer Cellular has the plan for you. Pay in advance, another great way to pay. Get happy with Pay in Advance from Pioneer Cellular. We offer unlimited data, talk, and texting for $49 per month, or unlimited talk and texting for $30 per month. Pay in Advance requires no credit checks, deposits, or contracts. Call us 800-641-2732.
Holland Hall leads by 8 after their 7-point third period advantage had been cut down to 3. The lead was 36-33 heading to the fourth, and since then, it's a 5-0 Dutch run. Keep in mind for Holland Hall, no Mark Gouldsby, no Mason Lee. Instead, it's a freshman making their debut, Nunu Campbell, and he has not hurt the Dutch one iota here in this quarterfinal matchup. Novotny drives high post left, goes right at Davis, who tried to block the shot, and that's his third foul. Let's go back to a coach-assistant coach relationship. You've been at it long enough now. Those guys are vital to any person's success or any program's success.
Absolutely. When you have great assistant coaches, you know, it's just an amazing resource, and not everybody has that. And when you do have that great assistant coach that the kids believe in, love, respect, and just have that other person there with you, it makes for a lot of, you know, really special time together in your program.
Novotny hits 2 to draw Anadarko to within 6. And I'm going to tell you, from what I understand, Mouse does a lot. He doesn't just go and cheer on the team. He has a lot of responsibility with Doug Shumpert's program. Holland Hall can't find the inbounds pass, so they'll burn a timeout. 6:12 to play in the ball game. The lead is 6 for the Dutch. We're back to Oklahoma City in a moment on Squirtle.
At Physical Therapy Central, our goal is to get you back to work, back to play, and back to life, using the latest research to get you the best results and fewer visits. Physical Therapy Central is the best first choice for physical therapy with over 28 locations across Oklahoma and proudly serving your local community. PT Central is also using groundbreaking virtual reality technology for the treatment of chronic and persistent pain. For more information or to schedule your comprehensive first evaluation, call 866-866-3893 or go to ptcentral.org and start your recovery today.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Athlete Care OKC helps you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, and functional rehabilitation and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to athletecareokc.com or call 405-632-4468. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Southwest Orthopedic and Reconstructive Specialists get you back on the court.
Here comes the Anadarko full court pressure out of the timeout. Nunu Campbell to inbound, gets it to Eaton. Underneath the Anadarko basket, he gets it now to the playmaker Kyle Hook. Hook, the team leader, averaging 12 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists per ball game. Fox rips a pass away and a foul out high against Sudol. Damian is committed number 2 as a team that has foul number 5 against the Warriors. And the Dutch will throw it across from us in front of their own bench with Kyle Hook. This is a team that has very well-defined roles, and the players do not step across the boundaries of those roles. That's why they are where they are right now. Kyle Hook to Eaton. Eaton is the tough guy out there. I mean, he does all the grunge work. Nunu Campbell to Eaton. Turns down a 3, puts it on the floor, drives to the goal, layup is good, and they're going to call him for a travel. I'll be honest, I thought Lyman had grabbed his arm.
Yeah, I thought it was a good play, right-hand strong dribble, but called the walk there and not getting the foul call on the drive.
Braveheart feathers down a 6-footer right angle. Christian starting to heat up. He's got 7. Comes the full court pressure, the lead down to 4. It's been as many as 8 here in the fourth period. Almost halfway through the fourth and final period here at the Big House. Hook with it. Jabs front court left. Now it goes right on a soft screen from Davis. Gets it to the wing for Garrett Eaton. Back to Hook. Kyle really being worn down by Braveheart kicks it on a drive right wing for Eaton. This is the pace Holland Hall wants to play. They want to make Anadarko guard them for 30, 45 seconds and get the shot they want. This possession already over 35 seconds in duration.
And you can see Coach Shumpert just imploring his team to play harder, guard harder, get up on them, get after them, and try to get this turnover here from Holland Hall in Anadarko's favor.
Campbell to Davis, cutting left, misses the layup and a blocking foul. A bang-bang call goes the way of the Dutch. And Braveheart, helped up off the floor, has his second. How good is Brock Davis, a 6'6 junior? He
Really
averages
good.
a double-double, 19 points, 12 rebounds, 3 blocks, and 4 assists. That's not today's game. That's his season total. In the regional finals against Broken Bow, as the first free throw was up and good, Brock Davis had 33 points. And here's how quickly he could score. He had 22 of those in the first 16 minutes of the ball game.
We know there's a difference between good players and difference makers. He's a difference maker. And what I'm most impressed with is he's even keel. He just about seems the same from start to finish in terms of doing his job as a player for Holland Hall.
Here's the problem. I have him with 3. He officially has 4 fouls, so he has to be very careful. With 4:19 to play. Foul line left with it is Smith. One hands a pass, cross court to Suda with a corner. Now to a cutting Tidequar. Takes a dribble off balance, missed the jump shot. Rebound poked out of bounds, and it's off of Burke Smith. Good contingent of Anadarko fans here. They're not going to like the call, but I'm telling you, from our vantage point, that looked like the correct call.
Yes, absolutely, sure did.
Campbell to inbound. It is baseline to baseline pressure for Anadarko. Campbell with a very dangerous pass. Gets into the right corner to Hook. Hook against Braveheart. Christian knocks it away. Saves it inbounds to Tidequar and a foul against Nunu Campbell. Are you kidding me? What an effort by Christian Braveheart.
You can see it's almost like Anadarko's finding another level of pressure to try to get over the hump here and get after Holland Hall in this full court pressure defense.
Braveheart, who set this possession up with his defensive effort, triggers it inbounds to Novotny, who goes up, wanted to shoot, but Davis was there and he came down. Cash Novotny will turn it over. 43-37, Holland Hall with 4 minutes to play. Nunu Campbell bounces it to Davis, who rips it away. Lobs it up ahead for Hook. One-on-one with Braveheart to the goal. Way up good. Kyle Hook has 14. 7 already in the second half. Under 4 to play. 45-37 Dutch. Tidequar with the ball left front court. Sudo with it right side. Novotny pops out, bounces it down low to Smith. He fumbles it but saves it. Now to Tidequar, who drives in, hands it to Smith. Way up good, and he's fouled. It was a discombobulated possession, but it may turn out about as good as you could hope for.
Well, that's one of those things. If you're the bottom outside of the zone, as the ball works itself to the middle of the floor, if you're the bottom player, you've got to pinch your block and stay in front of that low player. Otherwise, there's the gap, which Holland Hall did a great job finding for the N1.
Smith can't pay off the foul shot. Burke is 1 of 3 at the foul line, just 3 points. Came in averaging 6.5 per. The foul that sent him to the line on Garrett Eaton is second. 45-39, 3:22 to play. Nunu Campbell. Davis with it between the circles, and he's going to be bumped and fouled by Burke Smith. And that's number 3 on Burke. And his team foul number 7 against Anadarko, so it'll be a 1-and-1 for Burke Smith, or for Brock Davis, who shows no signs of being a poor foul shooter despite being 6'6" in stature. He's 3 of 3 at the foul line. He'll go there looking to get 2. Needs to hit the first to get a second. And he already has 17 points, 9 here in the second half.
You know what I appreciate as a coach is that play was Smith makes a tough play, runs through Davis, goes to the ground hard, turns around, helps him back up. Now they go to the free throw line to go shoot free throws. Good sportsmanship by both players right there.
2 classy teams. Not only do they win the right way. Brock Davis, foul shot, good. He'll get the back end. Brock is 4 of 4. Everybody else is 1 for 3 as a team for the Dutch. Holland Hall trying to win their first ever OSSAA state tournament game. Foul shot is short. How about that? Your first ever game and you get the draw that gets to play at the big house right off the bat. A lot of good teams never get here.
Absolutely. It's just one of those things, you never know where it's going to be. And like you said, everybody wants to play here. If you're, B through 4A and to get to do it your first trip, it's got to be pretty special for these kids.
Sudol resets top of the circle, bounces it for Braveheart, picks his way to the baseline and a blocking foul. And that'll be the 7th against Holland Hall. And that is against Nick Fox, and that is, I believe, his 4th foul. Hook underneath the basket. Boy, they were literally pinched off on the baseline. Kyle around Braveheart, brings it across the midcourt stripe. Drives all the way to the goal and lays it in. Well, he's a good player.
He is. He's a playmaker. He's not that natural-looking point guard. He's long and rangy, but he protects the ball and can get himself to the rim.
46-41. We'll make that 48-41, Holland Hall. Left wing with it is Tenequar. Zips a pass to Sudol across the floor. They set a screen. Tenequar's 3, good, right corner. There's a well-designed set. Lead cut down to 4 with 2:11 to play. Hooked in, it slips in the backcourt, and he's called for a travel.
If you're Anadarko, can you capitalize on the 3? You get the turnover. Huge possession right here for Anadarko on offense.
48-44 Holland Hall. 2:15 to play in regulation. Could we be looking at our first overtime game in the 4A boys quarterfinals? Sudol with it, top of the circle. Now to Tenequar. High post right, Novotny backs it out. Cash whips it right side to Tenequar. 2 minutes to play. Holland Hall with a 2-possession lead. Open quarter 3, Sudol on the way. No good. Missed it short. Davis down for the rebound, and he's fouled. If you're going to beat Anadarko, you've got to handle the pressure. And, I mean, they literally are putting Holland Hall on the baseline.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, Anadarko, whether it's at 10 feet or 84 feet, you are going to have someone under your chin. And can you handle that?
4th foul against Cash Novotny. That is team 8 against Anadarko. So as we had a moment ago, Brock Davis will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1, and he cleanly hits the first.
I tell you what, I'm impressed with Brock Davis as a post player. He makes you pay at the free throw line. It's not just on post feeds and at the rim and on the backboard. I mean, you foul him, he's on the free throw line and cashing those easy free throws.
He has 20 as he hits both. 50-44, Holland Hall. Foul line right, Braveheart. Back rims it. Christian keeps the rebound alive, but it's run down by Nick Fox. Hook bounces it up ahead for Campbell. Led him a little too far, and it's out of bounds. You know what? Nunu Campbell looks anything but a freshman.
He's an impressive athlete.
He really is.
To get that ball there on the baseline.
Timeout on the floor, 1:39 to play in the ball game. From Oklahoma City, it's Holland Hall 50, Anadarko 44. We're back to quarterfinal Thursday in a moment on Squirtle.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business. And remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
3A boys final this afternoon. The Kingston Redskins win by 10 over Christian Heritage, 58-48. Kingston, a really good veteran basketball team that is the prohibitive favorite going into the 3A state tournament this weekend. Here it's Holland Hall 50, Anadarko 44. Sudol knifes his way in, not much resistance, and he gets the bucket. 50-46, and immediately on the inbounds pass, Tenequar will foul the freshman Campbell.
Does a good job by Sudol. Davis has 4 fouls sitting there in the middle of that zone. Go right at him, get those easy baskets. You got lots of time here. You don't have to have threes if you're Anadarko.
Davis has 4 fouls. Novotny has 4 for Anadarko. Nunu Campbell will go to the free throw line, looking for his first point of the contest. Left-hander's free throw is good. And Teddy Owens has done just a remarkable job. He's down 2 players. He's facing a really good defensive club, an ultra-talented Anadarko team. And everybody knows just exactly what they're supposed to do. Campbell's second free throw, back rims, almost rattled in. Anadarko with the rebound, and then Campbell commits a foul. Didn't mean to, but made contact with Sudel. Nunu Campbell with his second, and Damian Sudel will go to the line. And he will be there for a 1-and-1, only the 8th foul against Hall.
I'm watching Coach Owens right there, and I'm talking to Nunu. He's like, why are you fouling right there? He's like, back up, give him space, and move your feet. Keep him off the foul line with the lead here late in the game.
9 of 12 foul shooting is Anadarko as Sudel hits the front end of the 1-and-1. Second one is up and good. Well, that hurts if you're Holland Hall. You get it down to a one-possession game without the time rolling. And now they're going to foul Campbell again. Nunu looked like he almost injured his ankle.
Yeah, if you're Holland Hall, you're going to have to make free throws because Anadarko is going to foul you every time they have the chance. Extend this game and kind of try to win the free throw possession kind of balance the rest of the way here with 1:22.
Campbell, misses the first. That last foul was on Braveheart. It's his third. Dutch hoping the freshman could pay it off here with 1:22 to play and make it a 4-point game. A lot of noise for the Anadarko crowd. Left-hander's foul shot is good. Campbell has his first 2 in the last 2 possessions. And then he knocks the inbounds pass off of Braveheart out of bounds.
I don't know if that was coach or Nunu Campbell did that on his own, but hung up around after the make and causes the turnover from Anadarko completely unwarranted right there.
How about Kyle Hook today? He just does not make mistakes. We think he's got 2 or 3 turnovers, and he has handled the ball with relentless pressure in his face all day long.
Absolutely. I mean, just watch him right here, just taking care of the basketball. So good with the ball. Completely a very heady, calm player at point guard for Holland Hall, and I'm sure that is exactly who Coach Teddy Owens wants with the ball and at the free throw line with a 4-point lead with 1:16 to go in the game.
Tenequar commits his 3rd foul. Hook will go to the line. Double bonus time now for Holland Hall. First foul shot up and good. I can assure you this is not what Doug Shumpert was wanting.
No, look
you
for
know, you watch. Go ahead.
I was going to say, look for Anadarko, try to get something quick here, turn around and get right back in their press. And if they don't get something quick on the turnover, probably foul immediately and put Holland Hall back on the free throw line.
Second free throw is good. Hook having a big game. You look at him, and you think he's the guy that made the JV team. No, he's anything but that. He is a heck of a varsity player. Very young-looking kid. Right baseline with it is McCormick. Bounces it down low to Novotny. Goes up and under and flips it in. Cash Novotny has a dozen, but only his second bucket here in the second half. Eaton rips an inbounds pass away, and it's going to be fouled with 58 seconds to play.
I'm not sure if I'm not Doug Shumpert. I'm telling Anadarko, especially with a lot of time left, I'm going to put my nose down and go to the rim. With Davis having 4 fouls, he's basically letting Anadarko's penetrators shoot layups. Get yourself some easy points, turn around, get back in your press.
Eaton hits the first free throw. He's got 8 points. Let me tell you something, folks. Holland Hall has themselves a coach in Teddy Owens. Second foul shot, good. Rattle that one home. 56-50 with 55 seconds to play. Braveheart across midcourt with a left-handed dribble. Flips it off of the wing. Sudel turns to the 3, drives in, scoops it up and in. Timeout, Anadarko, and they are doing a heck of a job extending this ball game. 50 seconds to go. 4-point Holland Hall lead. 56-52. We're back to quarterfinal Thursday in a moment on Squirtle.
As a local, member-owned electric cooperative, Cimarron Electric is committed to providing the highest quality of service at a reasonable price. We're dedicated to serving our member owners with integrity, accountability, innovation, and a commitment to community. For more information, call or visit our website. Cimarron Electric Cooperative, serving Northwest Oklahoma since 1936 and powering the needs of a new generation.
Oh, that's right.
50 seconds to play. Todd Miller, John Hardaway with you courtside here at the Big House, Jim Norick State Fairgrounds Arena in Oklahoma City. Holland Hall, who has just one senior on their roster, that's Mason Lee, and he is out for the tournament. 50 seconds away from going to the state semifinals in 4A basketball. Nunu Campbell to inbound, bounces it for Eaton. That was a dangerous pass. He ripped it away from Novotny, who was fouled out of the ballgame.
That's a hard one there for Anadarko because that's Novotny's been probably their best player today for Anadarko, their best penetrator. He has to make that play there with 49 seconds left in the deficit, but you hate to lose a player like Novotny if you're Anadarko.
I'll say this, Novotny kept the boat afloat in the first half because it was leaking water at times without a single starter other than Cash tallying to the first 2 periods. Eaton's first free throw is clean. 57-52, Holland Hall with 49 seconds to play. Second free throw good. Man, this has been a ball today. State tournament basketball at the Big House. Nothing better than March basketball. Right side, Sudel lobs it to Braveheart. He'll put up a 3. It was well contested. It's off the front rim. Campbell with a rebound, immediately fouled by Tinakwar. That's his 5th.
Coach Shumpert's mad there because he's saying, we could have got a better shot there down 6 with still almost 40 seconds left. Felt like that shot was just a little quick, a little faster than he really wanted on that possession for Anadarko.
So Tinakwar still out there, but that's his 5th foul. I have him with 5. They have 5 up there on the board as well. And sophomore Raheem Gibbons, who started but hasn't played here in the second half until now, comes in off the bench. As Campbell will go to the line for 2. Both teams, well, Holland Hall is into the double bonus. They only have 8 as a team. Campbell misses long of the first free throw. Nunu has just a little hitch right at the top of his shot. Second free throw, he airballed that one. He didn't have a hitch.
You jinxed him right there.
I did. I saw that a lot from the guy to my left back in the days at Fairview High. John Hardaway airballing free throws. Made a living doing it.
Yes, I did.
Tinakwar, left side to Braveheart. That's not true. Ball deflected out of bounds by Kyle Hook.
What's funny is I did airball one, the game you were calling, and I believe my friends Austin Keeney and Tyler Meyer and Steve Tanner looked at it like, what in the heck? Airballed it right in the middle of the lane at Alva once.
That's great. Down the paint goes Braveheart, and he's fouled with 24 seconds to play. It'll be the 9th team foul against the Dutchman. And I believe that is foul number 3 it is on Eaton. I said the Dutch, but it's the Dutch. Braveheart's first free throw is up, and it's good. He just has not shot the ball well today, but as good scorers do, he's found a way to get it done down with 10, all here in the second half. So while Novotny has faded away offensively in the final 2 periods, Braveheart has heated up. Second one is good. Timeout on the floor. 58-54 Dutch. 24 seconds to play. We're back to the Big House in a moment on Squirtle.
As a local, member-owned electric cooperative, Cimarron Electric is committed to providing the highest quality of service at a reasonable price. We're dedicated to serving our member owners with integrity, accountability, innovation, and a commitment to community. For more information, call or visit our website. Cimarron Electric Cooperative, serving Northwest Oklahoma since 1936 and powering the needs of a new generation.
Jeffco, a world leader in the manufacturing of portable drilling rigs, is seeking individuals for the following areas: mechanical engineering, programming, master scheduling, warehouse, fabrication welding, sales, summer internships, and paint. Jeffco offers competitive wages, medical, dental, and vision insurance, paid vacation, and 401k. To learn more about available postings, log on to jeffco.com, GEFCO.com.
After a pair of free throws from Christian Braveheart, pull the Anadarko Warriors to within 4, 58-54. A timeout is called, and Holland Hall will inbound. Campbell will run the baseline, and he easily this time gets it to Eaton. Garrett with the left hand has it poked away from behind by Braveheart. One-on-one with Hook to the goal. Layup good! Christian Braveheart with the basket. It's a 2-point game. 58-56, and Doug Schuppert wants a timeout. 15.5 seconds to play at the Big House. We'll take a break. This is 4A quarterfinal Thursday on Squirtle.
Images from this year's Oklahoma State basketball tournament. Images can be purchased at events.lifetouch.com/OSSAA and on the Squirtle app. Take your LifeTouch images straight to Shutterfly for a complete portfolio of photographic products. LifeTouch and Shutterfly, one company to satisfy all your school photography needs.
The Dutchbackers support all of Holland Hall athletics. Good luck at State, Holland Hall. Go Dutch! FloorTech proudly serves schools across the state of Oklahoma with their gym floor and janitorial supply needs. And good luck at State to all teams.
Time back in. Nunu Campbell will inbound the basketball. Gets it to Hook. That's who you want with the ball in his hands. Hook gives it up to Eaton. Eaton nearly had it stripped. Braveheart thought he had a clean strip. Instead, he made contact, and that's his fourth, and you can hear the Boo Birds cascading down here at the big house.
Coach Shumpert not happy with that at all, too. One of those got it in. Thought he got a lot of ball and that kind of rake across the front, which you see in this situation. But foul's called now. We've got Holland Hall on the free throw line.
Eaton is 4 of 4 at the line. He'll shoot 2, so there's no pressure of the 1-and-1, and it's a good thing he misses the first. I can tell you, Teddy Owens, with all due respect to Nunu Campbell, told the freshman, you inbound and get the heck out of the way. Eaton's second free throw is good. They needed that to make it a 3-point game. And a timeout on the floor with 10.3 seconds to play. Holland Hall by 3. Back for the finish of regulation in a moment on Squirtle.
Electric cooperatives around the world operate by the same values adopted by the International Cooperative Alliance. Our core values, which are integrity, accountability, innovation, and commitment to community, are based on 7 cooperative principles. These principles are the way we put our values into action. CK Energy Electric Cooperative is proud to sponsor the youth of our communities. We wish you the best of luck in the 2019 OSSAA State Basketball Tournament. Committed to your youth, that's part of the CK Energy commitment.
Do you like the convenience of knowing you've already paid for the service you're using? Would you rather pay up front without a bill hanging over your head? Pioneer Cellular has the plan for you. Pay in advance, another great way to pay. Get happy with Pay in Advance from Pioneer Cellular. We offer unlimited data, talk, and texting for $49 per month, or unlimited talk and texting for $30 per month. Pay in Advance requires no credit checks, deposits, or contracts. Call us 800-641-2732.
Back at State Fairgrounds Arena in Oklahoma City. First game, a blowout. John Marshall 69-51 over Tulsa Central. This one, anything but that. Holland Hall 59, Anadarko 56 with 10 seconds to play. There'll be a little bit of pressure in the backcourt. I ask you, Coach, quickly, do you foul? Don't allow them to shoot a 3 if you're Teddy Owens.
I'm not fouling here. I'm going to play this one out, just no three-pointers.
Braveheart with 7 seconds to play. Slot right, goes across the paint. Wing left to Sudel. 2 seconds, 1 second. Sudel throws it up. No good. It's an air ball. And Holland Hall, welcome to the state tournament. The Dutch have knocked off the Anadarko Warriors. 59-56, just as you called. And boy, did Holland Hall defend Braveheart and Sudel.
At the timeout, I told Todd, I said, I would not be shocked if they call the timeout going on defense. I bet Holland Hall switches up their defense, and sure enough, they bring some token pressure up in the front court. They're man-to-man in the half court, defending the 3-ball. Great job by Coach Owens and Holland Hall there at the end of that game.
Final score, Holland Hall in their first ever state tournament appearance defeats Anadarko 59-56. Our postgame is coming up next for the Big House on Squirtle.
At Physical Therapy Central, our goal is to get you back to work, back to play, and back to life, using the latest research to get you the best results and fewer visits. Physical Therapy Central is the best first choice for physical therapy with over 28 locations across Oklahoma and proudly serving your local community. PT Central is also using groundbreaking virtual reality technology for the treatment of chronic and persistent pain. For more information or to schedule your comprehensive first evaluation, call 866-866-3893 or go to ptcentral.org and start your recovery today.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Athlete Care OKC helps you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, and functional rehabilitation and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to athletecareokc.com or call 405-632-4468. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Southwest Orthopedic and Reconstructive Specialists get you back on the court.
At Maples Nixon Dieselhorst, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Dieselhorst, and we are here to help.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business, and remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
Welcome back here to the State Fairgrounds Arena. I'm Todd Miller. The post-game show, a thriller in the second of 4 quarterfinal matchups here in the boys 4A state tournament. Holland Hall defeats Anadarko 59-56. The Dutch win their first ever OSSAA state tournament game. With us is head coach Teddy Owens. And coach, you're all smiles. That was quite a team effort, wasn't it?
You know what? I'm at a loss of words, but I'm so proud of our guys. You know, three guys scoring in double figures and just battling and being tough and on this biggest stage. You know, we've never been here before, and our guys didn't flinch.
How about Nunu Campbell? I mean, he didn't make freshman mistakes out there the first time he's ever started in this type of environment.
No, Nunu's so tough, and this is first start of the year. Yeah. Mark Goolsby gets hurt, and Mason Lee gets hurt, and we don't have either one of those guys, and Nunu Campbell steps up, and I mean, he's a dude. I mean, he's a stud.
I said this on the broadcast, and don't think bad of me, but Kyle Hook looks like in warm-ups a guy that's a JV player. I mean, he's very young looking. He is anything but a JV player when he's out there. That guy is a stallion, and he's a warrior. They really defended him hard today, and his turnovers were at a minimum.
Right. He had 18 points. He had 18 points and 50% from the field. And when they pressured him, he did a great job of getting in the paint and getting some buckets in the second half that were huge for us. And he's been our leader all summer and then leading up the whole year. He's been the one guy who's held all the guys accountable and just said, hey, we're going to do this deal the right way. If
I would have asked you before the game, Coach, 14 turnovers against that type defense, would you have thought you were in good shape?
Yeah, you know what? We're going to turn the ball over. It's just going to happen because we want to be aggressive throwing the ball in to Davis. We want to take a few chances, and a lot of those were late. We didn't handle pressure great, but you know, with 5 guys getting tired, that's going to happen late in the game. But we did a good job of battling late and knocking down free throws.
One thing this is going to do, Coach, is enable a lot more people to find out about how good of a player Brock Davis is.
Yeah, Brock's ceiling is really high, and I don't think he's anywhere near where he can be. But when he really turns it on, he's a pretty stinking good player. He can shoot it. He finishes well at the rim, and he really defends. He didn't defend late really well because he got into foul trouble. But when he's non-foul trouble, he's as good as shot blocker in the state as there is.
I'm going to tell you right now, and I made this comment too on the broadcast. You guys have every player out there with well-defined roles, and they don't try to step out of those boundaries and do something else. I thought that was the most impressive thing about your team today.
Yeah, our guys' commitment to team success is far exceeds any individual goals those guys want. We set goal sheets early in the year, and none of those guys were like, man, I want to be an All-American or I want to be All-State. None of that was said. It was all, we want to get to the state tournament. We want to win our conference, which is one of the best conferences in the state. We've got 3 teams in the state tournament, and then get to the state tournament.
One of those won today, knocking off Dale. So.
Oh, awesome. Awesome.
Big win. Rejoice Christian. Yeah,
Great.
Rejoice knocked off Dale. You guys apparently weren't just happy to be here. So now you move on to the next round. Another day, another opportunity, right?
Yeah, we knew we were going to have a battle on our hands here, and the toughest thing is to not look to the next one, or it's to not be content with just being here. And our guys were so bought in just in today that it showed. And now we're going to get one of two really good teams.
Appreciate the comments. Congratulations, Coach. Welcome to the state tournament. Easy, isn't it?
Appreciate you. Thanks for your time.
Teddy Owens, the head coach at Holland Hall, visiting with us here in the wake of his team's three-point state tournament quarterfinal win over Anadarko. John and I will be back to wrap it up just in a moment on Squirtle.
As a local, member-owned electric cooperative, Cimarron Electric is committed to providing the highest quality of service at a reasonable price. We're dedicated to serving our member owners with integrity, accountability, innovation, and a commitment to community. For more information, call or visit our website. Cimarron Electric Cooperative, serving Northwest Oklahoma since 1936 and powering the needs of a new generation.
Jeffco, a world leader in the manufacturing of portable drilling rigs, is seeking individuals for the following areas: mechanical engineering, programming, master scheduling, warehouse, fabrication welding, sales, summer internships, and paint. Jeffco offers competitive wages, medical, dental, and vision insurance, paid vacation, and 401k. To learn more about available postings, log on to jeffco.com, GEFCO.com.
And we're back here at the Big House State Fairgrounds Arena in Oklahoma City, where we've had a thriller. Holland Hall has advanced. Anadarko has fallen 59-56. The final score, 54% field goal shooting today for the Dutch, 39% for the Warriors. Anadarko was 6 of 18 from 3. Holland Hall 3 of 7. Holland Hall 16 of 24 for the foul line. Anadarko was 12 of 15. Rebounds +9 for the Dutch, 30-21. Offensive rebounds even at 7. 11 assists for Holland Hall, 20 made baskets, 9 assists for the Warriors, 19 made field goals. 14 turnovers for Holland Hall, only 6 for Anadarko. 5 steals for the Holland Hall Dutch, 13 for the Warriors, and 2 block shots in the game both belong to Brock Davis of Holland Hall. Officially today, 3 in double figures. Davis with 20 points, 7 rebounds, 2 blocks, and he played 32 minutes. 18 points from Kyle Hook, who had 5 rebounds. He also had 5 assists, 4 turnovers, and 1 steal. 12 points today from Garrett Eaton. He tallied 6 rebounds and had 1 assist, 3 turnovers in the ballgame. The rest of the scoring, not much. 7 points today from Nick Fox. He had 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and he was just really solid today. 2 points from Nunu Campbell, the freshman, with a pair of free throws in the 4th period. 4 in double figures for Anadarko as the Warriors will finish their season with a record of 22-7. 13 apiece from Damian Sudel. He had 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. Sudel was 4 of 11 shooting, 4 of 4 for the foul line. 13 points from Christian Braveheart on 4 of 10 shooting, only 1 of 4 from 3. He had 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, so he still was a factor despite shooting woes today. 12 points apiece from Jackson McCormick, who was 3 of 4 from 3. He had a rebound and played 15 and a half minutes. Cash Novotny fouled out after 26 minutes with 12 points and 3 rebounds. He also had 2 assists and 1 steal. The rest of the scoring, 3 points apiece from Burke Smith. Smith had 4 rebounds and 3 points as well from Daniel Tenequar, and that is the scoring today for Holland, or for Anadarko. Your final thoughts on this ball game, and then we'll get to another topic as well.
This game was thoroughly enjoyable to watch from just a kind of coaching strategy standpoint, because both teams, they want to kind of dictate pace of play and how you're going to try to attack them on both ends of the floor. And I really felt like, we've all seen Coach Shumpert and Anadarko, the way they play, and kind of had an idea. I've never been able to watch Coach Owens and Holland Hall play, and I was thoroughly impressed with Teddy Owens and Holland Hall and how they did things on both sides of the floor. Really, really well-coached team there at Holland Hall and Coach Teddy Owens.
Tell you what, this has been good for Holland Hall. They've got a great young coach. People are finding out about him for the first time, many people, and again seeing the talent from Kyle Hook and Brock Davis, a team that a lot of people, especially in this part of the state, doesn't have an opportunity to see. They're on display and they're headed to the state semifinals. Of course, we're as pleased as we could be to be on Squirtle. You might tell everybody, John, how they can continue to follow scores and live play-by-play.
Absolutely. So you can get the Squirtle app for free on iTunes or Android, completely free. You know, update the scores, check scores. We have all kinds of tremendous content on there now. We have a podcast weekly that's fantastic. We have blogs, we have pick'ems, and you know, you can be the score or you can be just checking scores. You know, it's just we want to be the go-to app for prep sports in Oklahoma and do it great every single day, and I feel like we're getting better every single day, and Squirtle is just awesome to be here and be a part of here at the state tournament and at the fairgrounds.
Well, let me tell you something. This is my first experience working with you guys. This is a big league operation. I mean, it is done very, very well. The video quality is as good as you're going to find, so a tip of the hat to Corey and everybody associated with Squirtle. You guys do a fantastic job, and I think the sky's the limit for you.
Well, Todd, I really appreciate that, and Corey does a phenomenal job. We get some great guys that are doing a lot of really cool stuff and great stuff for Squirtle, and we just want to thank you for coming out and calling this game and lending us your talents for these 2 4A boys games here in the quarterfinals at the fairgrounds. We could not have asked for a better play-by-play guy than Todd Miller, my good friend.
You're the best, John. Thank you very much. Again, our final in the last game, 59-56, Holland Hall over Anadarko. The next game coming up here on Squirtle, 6 o'clock, Heritage Hall and Broken Bow. That will be with Michael Swisher and Jared Mitchell. They'll have the final 2 games, 8:30 tonight, Kingfisher and Elgin as well. For John Hardaway, for our entire crew here at the Big House, State Fairgrounds Arena in Oklahoma City, I'm Todd Miller. So long, and thanks for joining us on Squirtle.
Stream like the pros with Squirtle Live. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.